Well, Chequamegon Bay is famous for smallmouth fishing, as you know, both size and numbers, quantity of fish. So
Yep.
Is that a lot of what you've been seeing so far this year?
Yeah, the average size fish has been 17 to 18 inches. There's a lot of nice fish out here, and we do see fish up to 21, 22 inches. What's special about Chequamegon Bay is we have a 1 fish over 22 that you can keep a day. So basically it's all catch and release, which is nice. You know, there's a lot of fish around.
What do you think? You know, I know this has gone through some transitions over the years, but it seems like the last 5 years, this place has just been on fire for smallmouth fishing. What do you attribute that to? Both the conservation side, or what specifically do you point to that's made it so successful?
Definitely the conservation side. The 22-inch size limit helps big time. You know, fish aren't being pulled out of here. But another thing we've had is about 6 years ago, the water started coming up. And the water's come up about 2 feet since then. So there's so many more areas for these fish to spawn that weren't there before. And that's a huge part of why the fishery's getting better and better each year.
And that's really true on all of the Great Lakes. I know they're looking at record heights. You know, it wasn't 5-6 years ago you'd have to, you walk 100 yards to get out to the water. And now everybody's having to put pallets on their docks to be able to get out onto the water. So we've definitely seen a rise in the water, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's gone up.
There you go.
All right.
You need me to man the net there, Josh. You just give me a yell, okay?
All right. We'll see how big he is first. Oh yeah,
he's going.
Not a bad one.
Nice fish. Boy, what a beauty.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Bronze back. That is gorgeous.
There we go.
Look at that fish.
That's a good one.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's about average size out here, that, 17, 18 inches.
Boy, just thick through there.
Yep.
Now that one looks like it spawned out already.
Yeah, he probably is. That's a post-spawn fish. And I love the post-spawn bite. They really fire up. They start feeding, and
they really do.
They're easy to catch. Need the pliers on that.
So what about baits this time of year? Early June time frame, in the spawn, post spawn. Oh, look at that! Just that one surface right there. What are you looking for baits? What's your go-to?
I'm mainly focusing on soft plastics.
Okay.
Your Sinkos, your swim baits. Top waters can work good too if you have calm weather like this, especially post spawn. But mainly I'm focusing on plastics. Texas rig Sinkos, Wacky Rig Sinkos. Swim baits on a real light jig head because we're only fishing 3 to 4 to 5 feet of water. But plastics are definitely #1 out here in early June.
Now I know the water here can be crystal clear on some days, and other days it can be a little bit cloudy. We've got cloudy conditions today. So does your setup change with the water clarity or not necessarily?
It definitely does. When it's dirty water like it is right now, you can get away with, you really don't even need a leader.
No kidding.
The fish don't care that much, but like you said, it changes a lot. So there's times we'll be fishing a spot, it's dirty water, you'll come back in 2 hours, it'll be crystal clear. There's a seiche out here, so it moves the water around a lot. And when that water gets clear, you're gonna have to make longer casts, you're gonna need a leader, probably a 3 or 4 foot leader, light line, to get them to bite. There's a fish and I lost him.
I saw him come up to the surface there.
Yep. But yeah, it's crazy how much the water changes, so you need to be ready for that. Have light line. Sometimes I'll even go light as light as 6 pound test.
No kidding.
To get these fish to bite if the water is really clear.
Sure. There's a fish.
Nice.
Well, there was no guess on that one. He just flat out hammered it.
Smoked it, huh?
He sure did. Boy, there was no question. Man, I tell you, pound for pound, I've always said smallmouth are just some of the best fighting fish in the world. And
they are. That's a nice one,
look
too.
at that gorgeous fish.
You want a net on that one, or?
I think I can grab him right there, Josh. He's not done. take a look at that beautiful fish. Look at that. Chequamegon Bay smallmouth, Ashland, Wisconsin. A ton of fun. Look at that. And he just inhaled that bait. Look at that. Incredible fun. This is awesome, Josh. Put that one back. What a ton of fun.
What's nice about this area too is we have a lot of inland lakes that are, only 30 miles away from Ashland. So there's days we'll fish out here for half a day, catch a bunch of big smallies, and then we'll go inland and catch some crappies and bluegills.
Nice. Well, we've had an opportunity to film a lot of winter shows with you, taking advantage of those crappies and bluegills.
Yep.
And boy, it's some phenomenal fishing in this area.
Yeah, it really is. We have so many lakes up here, and a lot of them are untouched. It's a lot of fun.
Well, that's the cool part about it. You look around and we're here in early June. The weather's beautiful. We currently don't have restrictions on fishing.
There's
one.
That one smoked it.
Yeah, you did. You got a jump.
Yeah, that one just hammered it. In the first 5 seconds there, I thought I had a big pike on.
I could hear the drag going. So.
I like it when they don't mess around and just eat it.
By the looks of that one, he definitely ate it.
Yep. There we go. Oh,
almost a double, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, he came right out
That
of the
looks
water.
like a nice one too.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what. Look at him just bucking. Look at them go.
They're biting today.
They are biting today.
I'll get this one back quick.
Look at that.
Nice
Pretty
one.
fish.
Probably about 3 pounds.
I want to let this guy go a little bit longer than last time. He got to the boat and then they didn't want to come in. Oh, good. That's the thing, these spring fish, boy, they just want to go, don't they?
Yep, they're full of vinegar.
Look at that.
Nice one.
Yep, very representative fish here. Incredible looking fish. Boy, I tell you what, they are awesome. Now, how long will they typically stay in these shallows before they return out to the deep?
Generally a couple months.
Oh, really?
All of May. Yep, all of May and all of June, they're usually in the shallow water, and then once you get into July, they'll start moving deeper.
Gotcha.
Which is nice, because when they're this shallow, they're easy to catch.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And fun. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good fish.
Oh, that is a good fish. Big fish.
That is a really nice fish. A little more lethargic on the head shakes, instead of that quick, just a little more slower, and you can tell there's some weight there. Wow. I tell you what, this is a ton of fun here. Look at that fish. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks for the bath.
Feels good on a hot day like today. I got one too.
Do ya?
Yep.
Double them up, are we?
Yep. You got me beat on size though. This must be a smaller male. Here, I'll flip mine in too.
Look at that. Awesome time. Look at the size of that fish. Get him back in the water.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Yakima Bait and Tooth Tamer Rods.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, we've relocated. We've moved off of Chequamegon Bay, we've moved to an inland lake, and now we're targeting largemouth bass. So, little different presentation. We're going with a wacky worm style setup and seeing if we can pull some of these largemouth out of the cabbage on this inland lake.
Yeah, could have been. Pecking. He's back again. Oh, that's a largie there.
There, get it. Oh, come on up out of those weeds. Come on.
It's a smart one.
You went and buried
Oh,
into
no.
the weeds down there. Oh no. Oh, there, got
Got
him
him all?
free. Yep.
Nice.
He went in, he took a nosedive right away and went right down into those weeds, which is pretty typical of these largemouth bass. Look at that. There we go. Largemouth on the wacky worm setup. He went right into the cabbage, but look at that. He just grabbed that wacky worm. Beautiful northern Wisconsin largemouth bass. Awesome. All right, we'll get this guy back in the water right away.
That one hit on the initial drop.
Did it really?
Yeah. I cast it out, let it sink maybe 2 seconds. I saw it ticking my line and
He nailed it.
he hit it.
Oh yeah, that's good
Yeah.
smallmouth or largemouth.
Yeah. Not a
Look at
bad one.
that. No, not a bad fish at all.
All right.
If I can give you a hand there, just let me know.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Another one on the Wacky Rig. So the Wacky Rig, it's pretty simple to fish. Just cast it out, fish it real slow. But they call it wacky rigging is you hook it right through the middle. I got a little ring on there to save plastics, and all you do is twitch it, and the arms on the ends of the bait kind of make a action almost like a crayfish is trying to get away from them, and I think that's what triggers them. But that one smoked it. All right. Back she goes. So this lake's actually up about 3 to 4 feet than it was about 6-7 years ago. We had a long drought and this lake got really, really low. And then we've had so much rain the past few years and it's up higher now. And you can see on the shore, there's so many trees that are in the water. And when that happens, I mean, the population of fish just explodes. They got more room to hide, they got better areas to spawn, and those little fish can grow bigger quicker. Those are the lakes to target this time of year because those fish are shallow. They're going to be up right in the edge of that stuff.
So if you're new to wacky worm rigging, it's really an effective way that came onto the circuit, the professional bass circuit, a number of years ago, and really has made its way to a lot of largemouth fishing around the country. If you're new to the type of fishing, it's really very easy. I'm using a 7-foot 2-inch tooth tamer medium light rod. I've rigged with Suffix 832. Now I like to use the lime green color, especially for this type of rigging, because you can see if a fish picks up that worm. A lot of times you may not be able to feel it, but you can see that line move in the water. So I really like the lime green for that purpose. I've rigged to just a standard barrel connector, and then just got about a 3-foot fluorocarbon leader right down to the wacky worm setup. So this is really pretty much a standard setup for any type of wacky worm rigging. Works very, very well on these largemouth. Oh, that's a good looking fish.
Yep.
I can see the flash from here. Right off that dock, huh?
Yep. Hanging right by it.
Making some noise.
Yep.
Another great
Nice
largemouth.
fish. you go. Had them hooked right in the bottom lip. I'm always a little nervous grabbing them when they're hooked in the bottom lip. Nice chunky one. Cool.
This is the type of fishing where you really want good polarized glasses. You want to be able to see where the cabbage edges are, where the weeds end, and maybe muck or sand starts. So it's very important you have a good set of polarized glasses and you use them right there. Oh, and then I missed him. Because that's going to let you know what you need to throw to and where you need to throw in the water. Oh, it's a good fish.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny how that works sometimes with the wacky worms, is you really can't fish them too slow. On that one, I was messing around with my reel and messing with my remote, and I let it sit for probably, I don't know, 8-9 seconds, and I just went to pick up my slack line, and he was already on there.
He was there, huh?
Yep.
Look at that. Nice fish.
Yeah.
You know, I think most people would be shocked to see the size of some of the largemouth bass coming out of these northern Wisconsin lakes, right?
Yeah.
We all tend to think we need to go to the big bodies of water for those big fish, and really you don't.
No, there's so many, 4 to 5 pound bass up here, and they don't have pressure. You get you fish a lot of lakes down south where there's bass boats just beating the water like crazy, and up here a lot of these fish just don't see baits very often, so they're a lot more eager to bite.
Fish. There's a fish.
There you go.
Just in by that little patch of weeds right in there, and that's a pretty good fish.
Oh yeah.
Out of the weeds here. Okay, can sling this guy up.
Oh, there's one.
You hooked up there as well?
Yep.
There's a lot of largemouth bass in here.
Isn't there?
I'm just impressed how many bass there are in this lake.
Yeah, it's a fun bite, especially if you got kids, to come out here and,
That's
and
right.
do this.
Look at that. Awesome.
Yep.
Wacky worms, largemouth bass, northwest Wisconsin, can't beat it.
Nope.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Suffix and VMC Hooks.
Promotional consideration provided for Outdoor Bound TV by River Rock Inn and Bait Shop, our home away from home in Ashland, Wisconsin.
Ooh, this is a better one
Ooh,
here.
that's a good fish.
Yeah.
I could see the flash.
Yeah, this is a
That's
good
a
one.
really good fish.
This might be our biggest one so far. He's pulling too.
Is he?
Yeah. Trying to go under the boat. It's so hard to get them out of those weeds once they get in there.
Anything I can do to help there, or you got him?
There we go. Just grab here. Oh yeah, that's a big one there. That's what we're after. Look at that one.
Look at that fish.
That's a big one there.
Most people would look at that and say that never came out of a northern Wisconsin
Yep.
lake, but look at the size of that fish.
Yep. I mean, pre-spawn, that fish is probably over 5 pounds.
No doubt. Josh, thanks for taking us out today. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're interested in fishing with Josh, either smallmouth or largemouth bass, or any of the other species that he guides for, all of his information is right here on the screen. Give him a call. I'll guarantee you'll have a great time. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the U.S., around Canada, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV. Awesome bass.
That's a good one.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Venom Outdoors and Mountain Dew.
Oh, you found him. Oh, let him go a little too long.
There you go.
Oh,
See?
hit it right at him.
Yeah, I had to steal your side for a second there while you were fighting that one.
Oh, he let go right there.
How
Oh,
about that?
On a wacky
On a
worm.
wacky worm.
You know what would be even better? You stayed on your side of the boat.
Yeah, I know. I had to sneak one in over there.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Rapala, and PK Lures.